Bouldering is low-level climbing, typically without ropes on buildings. So within the world of climbing we have bouldering, which is low-level climbing on boulders. So kind of got translated to buildings to create bouldering. Not always low-level, there's no rules, there's no guidelines, it's just we go out and climb stuff, and some people will climb higher than others. Some people like short, hard problems, some people have a head for heights. There's no set formula, there's no rules. So
first time I did this, it absolutely scared the living shit out of me, because you don't know how good the handholds are. It's just knowing whether, I mean, it's not hard at all. It's high if you come off, especially if you come off badly, you're going to break an ankle, break a wrist. And yeah, the cracks that you're putting your fingers into, they're not consistent, so when you're sort of going across for the first time, you don't know that what you're reaching to is going to be any good. You don't know how well the dust on your fingers is going to stick, and lots of things. But now it's really easy.
When we look for stuff to climb, there's kind of a tick list that I have in mind that, you know, we hit very occasionally, but you know, it's not a, you know, don't have to hit every single point. So it's got to be low enough that you're not going to kill yourself if you fall off it most of the time. But at the same time, it's got to be high enough that it's not really boring and you've done it in one move, or at least there's some implications to coming off if you don't quite make it. You don't want to be down climbing the same route that you've just climbed up, so ideally there's a nice easy thing to climb down or to walk off that's right next to it. And the surfaces have got to be good, they've got to offer good movement, so nice coarse textured concrete is pretty useful. Glass isn't so great, steel isn't so great, but you know, we don't rule these things out, we'll happily climb them. I mean, we're just looking for, you kind of develop a bit of an eye for it as you progress, I guess, in the same way that you have a vision with parkour as to what offers good terrain for movement. You kind of get the same with bouldering as well. Primarily we go bouldering just because we enjoy it, it's something a bit different. I guess we like to do it because, I mean, obviously we enjoy it, but climbing has this really strong history of people heading out and finding things and creating new routes and new ways of moving. So, I mean, we don't take it too seriously. We're not pioneers, we're not scaling Everest or doing anything particularly difficult, but it's just fun to know that you've climbed a piece of concrete that's never been climbed in that way before, or just do something that no one would have thought of doing. So yeah, there's a real sense of novelty and uniqueness to that gives it that little bit of a sense of fun about it. There's a micro community of us super niche builderers. Buildering.net has been home to it. There's a couple of little websites based in Germany. Germany's got quite a keen collective, but there's very little crossover. There's not enough of us to make a crossover. There's no point us keeping in touch with the guys in Germany because it's so sporadic and so random. So Buildering.net has a very regular, solid community of about 3 or 4 of us from around the world. And most of our discussions are not about bouldering at all, it's just about other crap. And occasionally we'll post photographs of stuff that we're climbing or working on, or make little videos, and then really randomly something else will spring up somewhere and we'll be like, oh wow, there's, you know, these people bouldering as well. And then they disappear. We're like, oh well, okay, well, it was nice while it lasted, maybe they'll do something else in time. Yeah, no one, it's not a sport, it's just something that climbers do occasionally, or parkour enthusiasts do occasionally. So yeah, I don't know if it'll ever carve itself out in the same way that parkour has. No, it'll never do that.
Yes, come on. Nice, nice. You got it. Nice. Oh, yes.
Jump off.
I slipped. I just slipped. It's just like dusty up there.
Oh, she's done it.
That was a surprise. gone. I was standing there. I touched it and just 10 backwards.
Come on, Tom.
Don't talk to me.
Really, you need to straight around. It will be very comfortable. Yeah, that's good. I think it's...
No, I'm not coming off.